That's basically all I can do is doing this.
Yeah, I'm just playing on this shit right here. Welcome back to the Levy Effect. We here today with Natty, Nostradamus Beats. Instagram, right?
Yes,
Yes.
at Nostradamus.
At Nostradamus. Okay. Hey, man. Natty's been around for a while. I know, Too Small been saying, hey, you need to get Natty on the show. He's like a old, like one of those producers who been doing this for a while, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use the you know what I'm saying? Because you still look young, Natty. So,
True.
you even do skating, and you got the old dog prize at the skate park event we went to, man.
Yeah, true.
Hey, man, that was a fire event. Is it like, do y'all do a lot of stuff like that around the community and stuff?
Yeah, we try to do it as much as possible, but mostly it's like in other cities there are more events, so
Right.
people just like go to like Koblenz or
Right.
Frankfurt or stuff like that, and
Yeah.
then they would go to these events. But we have it in Wiesbaden like 2 or 3 times a year, yeah,
Okay.
at least, yeah.
So, when did you start producing beats?
I started producing beats, and I think it was like 2001.
Right.
Yeah,
And you used to rap on your beats too, right?
yeah. Basically, it was like a PlayStation game called Music 2000. I had it because my brother bought the PlayStation 2, and then he gave me his old PlayStation 1.
Right.
My brother didn't live at our house at the time, so basically this was my first console, and I had 3 games. I had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I had
Right.
Wipeout, and I had this Music 2000 thing. And then
Right.
I started like looking into it, and I realized that it's not really a game. It's more like, I don't know, it's
Right.
like building stuff, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
But it was basically, it looked the same like FL Studio does,
Right.
but it was like 8-bit sounds and stuff like that. It was really like low quality stuff, you know? But you had all the functions in the windows you have in modern DOS. So
Wow.
basically, I just looked into it, and then I played around a little bit with it, and then I made some beats, and I don't know, it was kind of fun. So I just showed these beats to like my brother and
Right.
people who are new, and they said like, "Oh, these are dope, man. Keep
Right.
doing it." And so I did more and more, and then at one time I had like a full memory card full of beats, and I was
Wow.
like, "Okay, man, I need to do something with that." So I recorded the beats from the PlayStation onto a cassette recorder, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then at that time, everybody had like Walkmans and Discmans and stuff
Right.
like that. So basically, I recorded them on tape, and I took them to school, and then I listened to them on my headphones. And at the time, when we had like a break, everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, what you listening to?" and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So you gotta exchange your music and
Yeah.
stuff. Sometimes people made like CDs, and then they passed them around, and everybody copied them and stuff like that. So basically, when people ask me like, "What you listening to?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm listening to my own beats, man." And they were like, "What? Let me hear that." And then yeah,
That's crazy because I'd never heard of somebody starting beats on a PlayStation game. What's the game called again?
Music 2000. And the funny thing is like, you know Zido, the German rapper.
Yeah, no, I don't know him, but yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Yeah, he's like a really famous
Yeah.
German rapper
Right.
from Berlin, and I heard a story that he basically started producing with Bobby on this same thing. So
Really?
basically, it was just.
So it
they
was
had
like a big game over here, huh?
Yeah, it was not a big game, but I think when you bought a PlayStation, sometimes it came with it or something like
Oh.
that. So
Okay.
A lot of people had it, but not everybody was using it. Not everybody was even looking into it because
PlayStation out there changing people's lives, man. y'all, y'all are creating producers and rappers like left and right. Y'all don't even know what wave y'all started.
Yeah, man. I mean, I heard some stories from US too, and I think a couple people really got into making music by using this. And yeah, basically, after I showed people the beats on my Walkman in school, there was like a little group. They were like cover rappers, you know what I'm saying? So they are not really cover rappers. Like they did like mixtapes. They took famous German songs, and then they put them on like a tape, and then they rapped over it, and then they had like little shows on our when the school had like a festival, they would have like a 10 or 15-minute show, you know what I'm saying? And so when these guys like heard my beats, they were like, oh man, we could use them to rap on them, you know? And I was like, okay, so how we do this? And then he was like, okay, let's just meet at my studio. And he had a studio in the basement of his parents' house, so like a PC and like, I don't know, it was like a software called EJ, I think. Yeah, it's not really a DAW, but it's like Magic's Music Maker, you know what I'm saying? Like this, you have basically a lot of loops that you can put together and then make some. And it had a recording function too. So they recorded stuff into this thing, and he had like a keyboard and stuff like that. And he was making beats too with this and playing with the keyboard and stuff like that.
When you start rapping,
that's what's basically there, because I went there to give them beats to rap on, and then they made a song on my beat, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and they were like, yeah, why you don't rap with us? And I was like,
I know I'm about to rap better than y'all.
Nah, I was like, I don't know, man, I'm not even a rapper. I never rapped like this, you know what I'm saying? I never was really too interested in it, because I'm not a person who wants to like be on stage and do shows and stuff like that. But they were basically like, yeah, man, you black, you can rap, man, you can do it. And I was like, okay, man. So basically they told me like, come back next week and bring some lyrics, and then we just record some. And then next week I went there, and I had some stuff written, but I wasn't like sure if it's even good. And then they recorded me, and they were like, yeah, man, it's fire, let's do this. And then basically a couple of weeks later, I had like 3 songs or something like that. And then I decided to make a first album.
Wow, man, that's a journey. Look, from the PlayStation to a group band or a boy rap band, and then you had your own album and stuff like that. And look, so bro, me and you got like one song that you fully produce, right? It's Checkup, called Checkup. It's like an old school beat. I like the vibe and stuff like that. How you feel like you get to those sounds and stuff? Cause you like to use like, I saw you work. I don't really know how to explain it, but like he takes like samples, flip them, and like I don't want to give all his secrets away. You know what I'm saying? But hey, how you feel like you get to see, like, before you even get to that point, you hearing stuff and stuff like that? I mean, take us through that process.
It's really different, and I don't even know if I could say I have any secrets like that, because all the stuff I'm using is like known techniques that everybody can look it up on the internet nowadays, you know. But basically, when I started making beats, I had this program on the PlayStation. But after I got to this guy's studio, he introduced me to like PC beat making. And then I didn't know how to do it really.
Right.
So I used the same program he did, like the EJ,
Mm-hmm.
and the EJ wasn't even made to like compose own melodies. It wasn't supposed to write MIDI or something like that. It was just you could just take loops and put them together, and then there was like a sequencer where you could do drums. But
Right.
I didn't use the drums. I just put little cuts of instruments into the drum sequencer, and then I started playing with the instruments, you know what I'm saying, instead of drums. And that's the way I made my own melodies in EJ. And it was kind of complicated because you had to think of everything beforehand and then cut it up and then load it in there and play it the way you want it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I couldn't like change the length of the sample and all this stuff afterwards in this program. So basically, I had to be super creative to make my own melodies. And then when I got into Fruity Loops, when somebody introduced me to Fruity Loops, I basically cracked it at first when I knew about it, and I started doing the things in Fruity Loops just the way I did it in EJ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though it was basically more like the program I had on PlayStation. But I mixed the two techniques together, and then I was like, okay, I can make like own stuff that sounds like basically a little bit like a sample, you know what I'm saying? But it's only because I cut up another sample and then put like different pitches on the cuts, and then I play my own melodies that way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, nowadays I try to make my own samples that I cut from. You know what I'm saying? So I take a VST and I play like a melody, and it doesn't really matter to me how it sounds like. You know, I just take what I have and then I record it.
Have you ever used another program to do beats too? Like other than FL Studios, like Pro Tools?
I've been working with Pro Tools, and I've been working with Cubase and Ableton, but to me the workflow of FL Studio is just, it feels natural to me. So, and I like the optics of the software too, because all the other programs, they tend to look like office work, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not too
right. But Fruity Loops is known for making like, most people use their beats for making on Fruity Loops, right? And Pro Tools for more vocals.
Yeah. Pro Tools is like industry standard for recording. Yeah. And most people who make beats, I would say like Ableton, Logic, and FL Studio are the most used, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's your go-to is FL Studios because it's most similar to the PlayStation.
Yeah, and it has lots of benefits because basically, when I decided I want to use this forever, I bought it, and they have like a lifetime update. So once you buy it, you always will get the newest version without any additional payment or anything. They just give you the latest version, and they always improve it. And they add other features, and you get them for free, you know. So that's basically worth a lot if you if you compare it to other software where you have to buy a update each 3 years, or I don't know, or like upgrades or all that kind of stuff. If you once have the all license, the all plugins license of FL Studio, basically you can just go ahead and buy third-party plugins and improve the whole thing a little bit more, but you don't have to pay for the software itself anymore.
So, what other rappers have you produced? Or
man, I don't know. I produced local rappers back in the days, and some of the stuff was on the internet too. Some of it got taken down because people don't rap anymore, and they didn't want the stuff online. And basically all these people are not famous rappers, you know what I'm saying? They're like local people, so
and it's not about being, for me, I feel like it's not about being famous, and you know what I'm saying, shout them out and like, you know what I'm saying, showing connection, showing love to the other people.
I mean, some of these people are still active in some ways, so like May, he's from Biebrich, where I grew up, and he always was down to rap on my beats, and he was basically living in the same street, and back in the day I had like a studio in my apartment, and I had like a booth in there, and one time they just these young guys, they just came over to my house, like chilling and drinking a little bit, and I had like the booth going and stuff, and I had like autotune on it, you know what I'm saying? And I just said like, go in and try it, and they went in there and they, I'm feeling like Lil Wayne and stuff. They had fun, you know? And then they were like, man, maybe we come back and just try to record some serious, you know what I'm saying?
Is that around the time you met with Too Small and he started?
Yeah, it was around the time a little earlier, because Too Small basically, when I got to know him, I moved out of this apartment where I had the booth and all that stuff. But yeah, it was around the time.
Yeah. So, he was telling me a funny story. He was like, he ain't know what like type of relationship y'all started with, right? Cause he ain't know if you liked him or not. Cause he was just trying to steal all your beat techniques and stuff.
I don't know, man. Basically, it was just like he was best friend with like my ex-girlfriend at the time, and I mean, I've seen him before all the time, and or Europalace and stuff like that, because he was like DJing in Europalace too.
DJ.
And, I mean, basically back in the day, there wasn't too many of us like mixed people here in Wiesbaden. There were some, but not that many like today, you know what I'm saying? So when you saw somebody on the street, like you remembered his face, so I knew who he was. I knew he was like down with like RJ, Miyagi, and these kinds of people. Like I knew about him, but I never got like to hang out with him. And then at some point, like we met because like the relationship and all that stuff. And basically, he saw me working on FL Studio, and he was like, "Man, I always was thinking about like how that's done, and like I want to try it too." And I was back in the day, I wanted just like a big community, you know. I just wanted everybody to be part of all that stuff, you know. So basically, I wasn't mad at him like asking me for like tips. I was kind of like proud that I can help somebody out, you know. Because basically, you're learning all this stuff for yourself, but when you can't share it or anything, it's nothing worse, you know.
It's no point.
It's worth
of
nothing.
It.
It's like basically for me, the best thing is when you work with other people and they basically have the same knowledge, but you have like a different approach to apply this knowledge, and then something new comes out of it that's like unexpected, because that's always the biggest thing for me when I'm doing music. Like I'm trying to do something that's like unexpected, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so much music out there today, and everything's like made a certain way to be commercial and stuff like that, but there are many possibilities that people don't even think about, and then sometimes the weird stuff is what makes the next trend, you know what I'm saying? So you always got to think out of the box and like, I don't know, just flip it like samples, you know what I'm saying? Just try every possibility you have with the one piece of work you have, and then decide after that which one is the best, you know what I'm saying? And not just do one way, the way you always do it, and then just leave it like it is.
Okay. The producer, or what was the events called that y'all had where all the producers come out and show their beats? You was working with your brother at the time, right?
Yeah. Man, what was the event called? I don't even know anymore.
Okay, just give us like, cause you've been working in the community, man. Like every time we have a conversation, you inspire me like those community ideas. You know, you was like you wasn't making money at the time. You just wanted people to come out and you just want people to share knowledge with people and build the community at that time. So just kind of take us through the process of like some of the events you had and like who and what's important to like get an event like that to going.
Yeah. So basically the event, it was like an unexpected thing. I didn't even plan it in a way. There was just this one location, and it was like a punk bar.
Yeah.
Basically, they had like punk events all the time, and they had like bands playing there.
Yeah.
But they wanted to like
expand
it a little bit
community.
and have one different type of event for a couple hours every day. So they wanted like a house event, a techno event, and like a hip hop event, and like reggae stuff too. So every day of the week there was like a couple hours where it was just like a certain theme, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically they asked me because they knew I was like making music and I knew a lot of people in the city, so they asked me if I can manage the event. So basically right before that and even earlier in my life, I went to Schlachthof here in Wiesbaden. It's really well known, and it was very popular back in the days for hip hop artists too, because there was like an event that's called Wall Street Meeting. There was called Wall Street Meeting. Yeah. And it's basically a sprayer event where people like do graffiti and stuff like back in the day when the old buildings were there was a lot of space to do graffiti, so everybody came there from all over the world, and the really famous people like Sammy Deluxe and stuff, they were making music at Schlachthof in Wiesbaden. So it was more of a community back then, and they had like a weekly thing, I think it was weekly or maybe like twice a month or something like that, but it was called Chill at Will, yeah. And basically they had like open mic stage, and you could go there and just freestyle, you know. And
so would you be interested in starting something else like that up?
I mean, I wouldn't.
I think. Do you?
I wouldn't mind.
And do you even think it's still a community for like, or like an audience for people who want to? Do y'all feel like it's an audience for people who want to come out, do open mics? I know for the Levy effect, I want to start up some ciphers. You know, so I want producers send me some beats, rappers, y'all come out and y'all give me a good 8 bar, 16, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, of course I want people, because I know over COVID, a lot of people started making music.
Yeah.
You know, so, and it's still more people coming every day. So, it's always a place, the Levy effect, come and, you know, show love and to support your next artist that's coming up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm about. That's what I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the community stuff is about. So hey man, if you willing to start something like that, I'm willing to help too. So you know what I'm saying? And you already know like the pieces to go to it. So
yeah, basically back in the day when these other events like Chill at Will, and there was another one like Polare Dichtung was the name, I think. When they shut down a little bit, people were looking for opportunity to like have another space where they can do it. So I was at the right time, at the right space, and I could like host the event, and all the people came there because they were kind of like just left without a location, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of lucky, and it worked out for a couple of years. But at some point, the location owner like didn't want the event to be there anymore, and I hadn't found a new location
Right.
until then. So that's why we didn't continue with it. And I think you can still do something like that today, but it will be a little bit different, I think, because even back in the day when you said a freestyle, it was like a freestyle. You had to do it like off the top and
Right.
just like spontaneous, and people were like freestyle battling and stuff like that.
Right.
It was kind of entertaining, but it was different because today most people, when they say freestyle, they just basically they just drop 16 bars they already have written and stuff like
written
that, you know?
in the back.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, I think, you know. But basically, it would be more of an open mic, so people performing, and there's less interaction on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you freestyle and two people go against each other, that's like, it's more entertaining and more stuff is happening. You know what I'm saying, for people who want to watch, you know.
Yeah.
So that's basically the difference I think there will be. But there's other opportunities.
If y'all want to come and freestyle, y'all can come freestyle off straight off the dome.
Yeah,
Don't even matter.
Hey, man, I respect everybody who can do that, man, because it's really hard. But it seems to be like a dying breed, you know.
I even try to come, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I got to get to a certain level where I'm in my flow, but. Nah, I ain't doing that shit. But yeah, man, if y'all want to come freestyle, y'all do your thing. Do it. But yeah, I feel like if they want to come and like perform like just like by themselves, that's not what I want to do with the ciphers, right? I want to just have people come and like, hey, it's like a cipher, you know what I'm saying? Have like, you ever seen the BET ciphers, the old BET ciphers? So when they like had the DJ in the back and he just running the thing, and then they come up there and they
man, that's
nice. Like, or the freshman XL ciphers, you know what I'm saying? Hey, since I'm shouting y'all out, you know what I'm saying? Y'all give me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all give me a like. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all support Natty, Nostradamus Beats, at Nostradamus on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So y'all know that's a hometown hero for y'all. Come on, man. Support.
I'm on YouTube too, but man, that's all old stuff that's on there because I don't really bother to upload that much anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I basically just hit me up and let me know what you need. I can whip up anything. And yeah, other producers from the like Rhein-Main area.
Yeah.
If you like to work with people from around here and you wanna like expand a little bit, would be a nice idea to like come together and just like maybe you can collect beats, you know what I'm saying, and then like when you have an event planned like that, just like play the beats from local producers and have local people rap on it, and then it will bring the people together, you know, because they will realize, oh yeah, there are some people with talent that I like to work with and they are close to me and I can make it happen, you know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely.
Because the online business is necessary today, but it's not the same if you just like send some files out and get some files back. Right. Than like working with some people in real life, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely collabing, man. That's what my mission is, try to get more features and stuff like that. And I got a few set up, but trying to reach out to more people, you know, see who I can do music with. It's kind of hard, too, these days because people got their lives, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially when you do music, you got to have either some funds to promote it or support it, or have a 9-to-5 and promote it, support it, you know what I'm saying? So you got to get your finances from somewhere to support your dreams or your music. So it's kind of hard to find when people have their time off and stuff like that. Because I know sometimes I feel like I'm so flexible and I get in my thing just because right now I'm in like, you know what I'm saying, a little vacation mode. So,
Yeah.
but I'm going to start back getting to my stuff too. So,
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
and also the music thing. It's like I don't know, like your favorite food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really love it,
mm-hmm.
but you can't do it every day because sometimes you will get like tired of it. And
Right.
even before that, you will not be satisfied with everything being only this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You have to like to really be creative and like
Yeah.
have inspiration. You have to take like time off and just like
Yeah.
do something completely different and then come
Right.
back to it when you feel right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I feel like it's not possible to just put out good stuff every day. You can
Yeah.
try to do a good to do it
Yeah.
like just for the exposure
Uh-huh.
and for like quantity, but it's
Yeah.
not going to be all good stuff, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because I tried it. I tried like uploading one beat on YouTube every day for a year. So I made 365 beats in 1 year,
Right.
and basically half of them I don't like, you know. But it helped my YouTube channel a little bit
Yeah.
out. So it was fun experience, and I learned a lot about how to
Yeah.
work and even about the program. And it's all like it has its purpose, but you can't do it all the time and put out like good stuff. It won't happen.
but at the same time, like you said, it's almost impossible to be perfect every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is impossible, right? So, like, but the effort of you getting up and doing that beat is taking you to a different level from
Yeah, that's
somebody
true.
else.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's still taking you somewhere.
And I
It's
would
not-
recommend doing it for some time,
Right.
but you can't do it all the time.
Right. Right. Too much of anything is not good for you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely agree with you. But, hey, that 360, I feel like, hey, that's why you got them futuristic beats, man. Because you just working into the future, man. You working past your potential, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
kind of
like-
true, man.
Yeah.
Because people always said like, "Man, I like your beats, but I can't imagine what to do on them." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because it always felt like the beat is too different, so people don't have like the confidence to like put it out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because they
Yeah.
don't know how people will react, but they like the beat. So
Yeah.
basically, the beat I made 5 years ago is good nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of crazy, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it is, bro.
That's how it is sometimes. Sometimes
You
you
gotta-
way ahead of the game,
Yeah.
and nobody is really on
If you
it
meet the
yet.
right person who has the
Yeah.
perspective to see what this can be, then
Right.
it's always a banger, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then some songs that, you know, was before their time, blow up after, you know what I'm saying? Blow up like way after, you know, it's even dropped, like 2 years after it's dropped.
been like this.
Yeah.
It's been like this forever. I mean, like people who made the music that's like Beethoven or stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't think they were. I don't know about Beethoven that much, but some of these people
Yeah.
weren't even like that famous, or nobody recognized their work until after they died. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it, it's always gonna be like that.
Wow. And speaking of that, like, oh man, like even J. Cole mentioned it in a few songs. His song "All My Life," like when a rapper dies or a musician dies, there's some reason that their stuff just blows up, like boom, like
It happens.
you know what I'm saying? And is it fair to the music to do that, or is it is it like paying respect to him? At least it's getting his family, you know what I'm saying? But he don't get to see what he did.
I don't know if it's even that deep, man. People just like, some people just think like, oh man, he was actually tight. I never heard of him.
Right.
Now he's not there, but I have this whole thing to go through, and then they just buy the stuff and.
Right. It even happened with a rapper, Lil Snoop, and he died over
I heard this.
Yeah.
Like he was like affiliated with
Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meek Mill, but he was from Louisiana. And he had died, like, and then everybody was like, Lil Snoop was gonna be the next. I was like, man, I used to listen to Lil Snoop, man. And it's like, I didn't even know he got signed with Meek Mills before, you know, he died. And I was like, dang, that shit was in the working, and you don't even know until like, boom. And I don't even know if it's like some industry stuff, like bullshit, you know. But it's probably not that deep because I guess people like their music after they die.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
whatever. What do you think about it?
It's not every time the case. A lot of people die and their music still don't get heard. So I wouldn't say it's just like a general thing, you know. It's just like some music is just. You can appreciate it, and it doesn't matter if the person's there or not, you know. And music don't die, so basically, even if like Bob Marley isn't here with us anymore, everybody knows his songs and they're good, you know. So they will be heard like years to come.
Yeah, so I feel like you can't really hate on them until like when they die, because when J. Cole had said that in the song, he's like, if you ain't listened to him before, don't go like their page. I'm like, why? You know what? Why though? Like, why?
What he's trying to say is don't be like a bandwagon.
You wagging. Yeah. Okay.
So don't hop on the trend,
like it,
you know.
If you don't like it.
But nah, man. If you like the music, it doesn't matter if the person's dead or not, you know.
Yeah.
So because basically, if you're born today, you should be able to listen to like Elvis Presley because he's already dead. You know what I'm saying? You can't go and like him now because you're just too young, bro. There's a possibility.
Nah. You went on Elvis before I was on Elvis. You can't go like him now. Yeah. I feel what you're saying, man.
Yeah, but I do see that it's a trend. Like people.
Yeah.
Even like people, if they get famous, you know. Everybody's saying, "Oh man, I listened to him years ago." You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they didn't listen, just to portray a picture, like, yeah, man, I'm aware of the what's going on in the industry and stuff like that. But I don't know. People like that are always there, but you still just listen to what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I feel like. Oh man, I don't even know the last person that died and then I listened to their music. No, I know I was already listening to Nipsey before he died. But I know Nipsey album got album of the year after he, passed. So I was like, if that's set up or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I want to get on Nipsey because I'm taking like too much on Nipsey, bro. Because I liked him too much. I had to dig in all the conspiracy. So I don't want to get on that. I don't want to get on that shit. Because, oh man, they'll think I'm fucking...
Man, when it comes to this,
going Kyrie on people.
When it comes to this and like... U.S. rappers, man, it's crazy anyway, man. Even without the conspiracies, too many people are dying all the time, man. It's crazy.
Way too many, man.
If you like Chicago rappers, man, you gotta be prepared to like have 12 funerals a year. You know what I'm saying? And just realize, man, my favorite rapper is dead, and then you pick another one, he's dying also. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
they all even they put in work and they get kind of famous, and then. They just die, man. It's kind of sad, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's happening.
But I don't know why it's happening because if you really putting in work, then why, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I feel like some people have their visions kind of blurred and crossing, you know what I'm saying? If you still gonna be over here, or you just gonna work on this stuff that you really good at, this all your potential is right here. Why you still in the streets fucking with, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what people doing, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what that side of the story is. But I know,
I think it's like if it runs in your family, you know, and you like in there, you can't get out there fast, you know. Even
that's cool.
Especially if you got some like people want from you know. But it's crazy, man. It's just sad, man. It's too many. That's all I gotta say.
It is too many.
And I don't want it to be like a thing that's connected to hip hop, because then it would spread all over the world, because everybody is doing and liking hip hop. But I don't want German rappers to start killing themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I don't know why this is like a thing, man. That's crazy.
But I heard in Berlin it's like that.
I mean, some things happened, yeah, but it's not that bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not too. I don't know the news when it comes to hip hop, especially, you know, in Germany.
Yeah.
Because I don't even listen to German hip hop that much anymore. But I definitely realized that it got a little bit tougher. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, it was like just for fun. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Even if you think like the first German rap music that was made, like Fantastischen Vier, I think, was the first songs, and then Rödelheim Hartreim Projekt, and those dudes, they were like dissing each other, but it was kind of like friendly, you know. It was just like funny music, like making fun of each other. That's one thing, but then going out and like hurting each other over some things that were said in music, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be deeper than that though.
Yeah.
They be doing shit in the streets and then come record it.
Yeah. But that makes everything even worse. You know
way worse.
Because then everybody gets involved, man. That's crazy.
Exactly. So, like you said you don't listen to much German rap. So when you making beats, what do you imagine on there? And did you, when you was rapping, you rapped in English?
In German.
German.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, basically, I imagine just flows on there. Like, I'm humming, like, a certain pattern. I think that would be dope to rhyme on the beat. And, I mean, I listen basically to... I'm just trying to find new stuff, you know what I'm saying? And if it sounds weird, I listen to it till I think it sounds normal. You know what I'm saying? So when I first heard Yeet, I was like, what the fuck is this, man? It was so confusing, you know what I'm saying? But then I listened to it for a while, and I was like, man, it's banging. And now he's like he's doing pretty good, you know what I'm saying? So I think he kind of like, he pushed that style a little forward. And like always when it happens that I find music, like just recently I found a rapper. It's a girl. Her name is BK the Ruler, and she's like mixing trap with like heavy metal or something like that. I don't know, man, how to describe it, but it's all distorted and she's going crazy, and the videos are really confusing too, you know. So I watch it and I think to myself like, what's that, man? What did they think when they did this? And then
it's more like a rock star vibe, like
and then I listen to it for a while, and then I think, man, it's kind of dope. It's like, I don't know, it's just if you have something that makes your head like it's banging, but you don't really know where this came from, because it sounds so different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know it works, you know, because your head is going like this, and then it's a good thing, you know. And then after a while, I listen to it until I understand what's going on and how they made it, and then I try to replicate it, and put my own sauce with it, and then like push this kind of style because it's rare, you know. Always looking for the rare stuff and make it more popular.
Right. So, man, you make like how many beats do you feel like you made already? You made 365 in 1 year.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I have a folder on my PC that's like I think 6,000 beats.
6,000.
Yeah, and that's just all the files. I can't even open all of them because they were done in like older versions of the software.
On a floppy disk or some shit.
Yeah, I don't even have the samples or the instruments anymore sometimes. But basically, the ideas are there. You can just put another sample in there, and then it will work somehow. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I keep all the stuff, and sometimes I pick a beat. I look through this folder and I see a beat. Oh man, it was like 10 years ago. What does that sound like? And then I open it, and I'm like, man, it's really bad, but I feel it. Yeah. Like, okay, let's like put a modern twist on it.
Right.
Make it suitable for today, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do that too, and I do make new beats. But, yeah, I would say I make, like, at least 3 beats in a week. Yeah. And I take a week off sometimes, you know? And sometimes I do 10 or 20 beats in a day. I don't know. It happens. If I feel like it, you know what I'm saying?
10 or 20 in a day?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, Timberland. Nah, but do you upload them to BeatStars or something like that? Do you have a program that you go put your beats up on?
Not really. I mean, I tried all that stuff, and I have beats on there, but it is not, there's no interaction really, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not the person who likes the whole promotion stuff and all that. It's kind of like work that's distracting from the real thing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have anybody to do it for me, and I don't want to pay anybody to do it for me, because I think in online you can really like have like a fake follower.
Yeah, following,
And you don't need to know who's following you. And it looks like you have something, but it isn't really there.
Bro,
I prefer like real people, you know what I'm saying? So
I just got like 100 extra bots. They just hit me like man, I swear I hate these damn things, bro. I got rid of like all of them, but they like keep going on my page. And then you know what's crazy? The bots will hit my page, and then somebody be like, "Hey, I think somebody cheated you, scamming you, I just, hit me up for more details." No, you trying to scam me. You sent these motherfuckers here. It's like you send them here. So like, so sometimes it's just like, I think they trying to mess up my algorithm, man, or something like that. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, man, this whole online thing is kind of stupid to me. Yeah. But yeah, I have every social media account in the world, I think. So if you want to contact me, you can do it on really any way. You can go on BeatStars, you can go on YouTube, on Instagram. I don't have Facebook anymore, but Twitter, I have Twitter.
If you send me all the links, I can put them on, especially the reels. The reels when I do that. And then people, even some of the beats, man. Beats. Then I can put them under the videos and stuff like that. Yeah. Hey. Nostradamus beats, futuristic shit. What else you want to talk about? Get out to the people. How's skating going for you, man? Because Nostradamus is, one of your local skaters. So he'll be at the skate park every day. No.
Not every day, but yeah, man. It's kind of cool, man. I got into skating when I was a kid, because my biggest brother, he was skating, and I basically always had a skateboard, but I didn't really take it too serious. But yeah, man, I don't know. I did a lot of stuff when I was like younger, like 20 and 20, 20 till 25, I did a lot of stupid stuff, you know what I'm saying? Got in trouble, and I don't know, like, I needed something, like, productive to focus on, and I tried all kinds of different stuff, like drawing, and I don't know, like, I tried a lot, but it didn't work out. Basically, I just invested money into materials, and then I never did it and stuff. Like, tried to play basketball, and I didn't want to go, like, on a certain day to a certain time, you know, and then get instructions what I have to do. Right. Because I'm, like, too free-minded, I don't know. And basically, when I got back into skating, like 5 years ago, I think, or 5 or 6 years ago, I realized, man, it's so cool. You can, like, go all alone, just have fun. You don't need to have, like, any timing or... It's just free, you know? And if you find some people... You skate with them, and then you leave, and then
you don't need nobody else to hurt yourself. See, you have all the permission in the world. Go by yourself and just skate.
I mean, I like it, and it's really I don't know. It's kind of hard on your body, but it's also very. It keeps you fit because you use muscles that you don't need anywhere else. Right. Even if you're like. If you do a sport like playing basketball or football and you fit and you go skate for 1 hour, you're gonna be like dusted, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's fun, and I really like the community too. And these people are always like open, and everybody's just helping each other out because everybody falls every day and has to get back up, and you know, we motivating each other to get back up every time, you know. And people support.
See, that's why Lil Wayne a skater, y'all. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah, man, he just got turned pro, man.
That's
he
really
did.
Nice,
I seen
bro. It. Shout out Lil Wayne, Lil Weezy, Louisiana. All right, man. I appreciate you coming out, bro. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And y'all go support Natural Dumbest Beats. We gonna have... He say he on BeatStars. Might got some fire stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? I get personally delivered beats. I go to the studio and listen to them.
If you don't find anything on there, just let me know. Hit me up. Send me a message or something like that, and then we can work something out.
Right, y'all hit them up. Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank y'all tuning in Thank you for tuning in to the Levy Effect. Catch y'all next Sunday at 12. Peace.